What you doing, 6-7?
I'm doing that, man. This was in the kitchen. I'm at the Pine D on my little base station. I was in the kitchen cooking. I heard you guys playing talking, so I thought I'd wave a hand and say evening time to you both, right?
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I'm surprised to hear you up here. I haven't been down as you know, on the bowl for a while. Bring with me here, setting my frequency. But, yeah, you staying busy over there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Too busy. Sometimes I don't even want to go to work. There's too much work for one man, but, somebody got to do it, right?
Oh, that's right. But didn't you have, what's his name? Wasn't Marshall helping you over there?
Yeah, but sometimes your help is not good as help that you need, so you gotta let it go, right?
Yeah, I know. The health comes first. I got problems with the heart. I gotta take it easy. Right now I'm a little bit overwhelmed with work. I've been trying to get away from it completely, but I had a couple guys from Milwaukee come down and change the antenna for me, so yeah, I had to do it for them. That's no problem, But, well, it's good to hear from you. The other fella is, geez, I forgot his handle already. I think it's 84. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that's 67. Sometimes known as Cadillac.
Yeah, I think I know 84. I believe I know 84, right?
Yeah, you know me. You're the one that sells me on the business.
Yeah, 410. 410 on that 84. Yeah, I try to help people out. Sometimes I help too much, man, and don't get no help in return, but it's all good. God's got a plan for me. One day, some way, right?
I got plans for you. It's just going to take me a little time, that's all.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I'll still be here. But I just wanted to bump it down and say good evening time to you guys. While I'm at the house, at the Pine D, talking about this little heat kid, right?
Alright, man, both of you guys, Spearman 84, going 10-7, gonna go eat my supper. Okay, Spearman 84. I'll have to write that one down until I get used to everybody's voice here on 17. Alright, 67. You take care too.
410 on that 56, 84, you're gonna have you a good supper. 67 over here, I'm back in the class.
About a 56, you got a copy.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. It's Rich in Kenosha here. What kind of rig was that again? I heard you said it was a tube, and I thought you said heat kit.
Yeah, it's a DX100. You can do a Google on the heat kit DX100 and see what it looks like. Desk bike. But yeah, it's a DX100. But right now I'm running about, well, when I'm feeding to the antenna, I'm running around 60, but it's actually feeding closer to 40 watts to it with the SWR loss. It's a good sized transmitter, 100 pounds. Keeps my desk from falling away.
Yeah, okay, Roger on that. I am a lover of tube gear. Got a few boat anchors myself, so as soon as you said tube and heat kit, my ears perked up.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I have Drake twins also. I have a Drake B-line and then the original Drake separate receiver transmitter speaker power supply. I got a pair of each, but I just haven't put the R4B receiver in line. I'm going to though. I get tired of the routing ping, if you would.
So what do you use it for receive? The Drake, you said?
Well, I'm using that for for ham, but I have a pair of them. So right now I'm using a Mark III receiver. The transmitter's been put aside. So this is the Mark IV, Mark III receiver. I have a Mark IVA set and also a Mark II.
Okay. Copy that. Yeah, no, it definitely sounds good over here. I'm on the east side, north, not far north of Kenosha, by Washington and Sheridan. So it's getting a good signal, and definitely the audio quality is great.
Yeah, Roger, I appreciate it. You're doing good here for the distance and an S9. So 140 over meter. So you're doing a good job. And, no problems hearing you.
Okay, well, that's good. I guess it's doing the trick for now. Got a lot of work to do on it still, but I'm getting there. I was out of the radio hobby for about 30 years and then got back into it about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. So dug all the old equipment out and dusted it off and found out everything needs a lot of work, but like I said, I'm slowly getting there little by little. So, did you say you're a ham operator too?
Yeah. And my wife is too as well. She really has lost her interest completely in it. But yeah, I have been for since '92. So I qualify as the quarter century. I think they call it, or quarter. I don't forgot what it is. 25 years. That really don't mean anything to me. But the Heathkits, are very well respected equipment. I belong to the Heathkit Reflector, on the web. I help guys out there. I've been, in the radio business really since I was 12 years old. 1960, around 1963 I started. And like yourself, then I got out of it. You turn 17 or 16, get interested in other things, right? Girls, And I was a automobile tech for Mercedes, BMW, Volvo, and Subaru dealership. For 9 years, and then before that, it was the British cars, MG and the Triumph and Jaguars and the Volvo. And the owner decided to sell the dealership, and I went with the Volvo. And it didn't take long before I got involved with Mercedes and BMW too. So that took about 19 years out of radio work. However, in the 80s, I did get back into 11 years. I was selling. I was a dealer. I'm just correcting the frequency here. Bear with me for a second here. This is something I got to do yet. Stop this VFO from drifting. I just got too much work that I have to do before I can do my own work. You ever notice how our own stuff always gets put aside?
That's right. What was the old saying? The shoemaker's kids have bare feet or something like that. I can't remember now. But yeah, sounds like you've been around for a while. And yeah, I kind of a similar deal here. I got into it in the 70s, mid 70s. Got into 11 meters then, and was into it, through my teens. And actually, met my wife on CB, and she's also a ham operator, and I am one. And but yeah, I don't remember when she got her license. I was got mine about 84, I think. My novice license, and then almost immediately upgraded to technician. And then she got hers. Oh gosh, I don't even remember. It was a few years after that, though, late 80s probably, something like that. But and similarly, she's not really into radio anymore either. But and I was out of it, like I said. I was into it early, from the late 70s up throughout the 80s, and then into the early 90s. I was into it, and then just kind of got out of it. And like you said, life gets in the way. Got different jobs, and didn't have as much time, and all that good stuff. And so now got back into it. My health isn't as good as it used to be, and can't get out of my shop like I want to, and so I figured this was a good time to get back into it. A decent hobby to get into that is gonna cause a lot of exertion, except for lifting all these boat anchors up. When I start working on them, I got some old Johnsons and Johnson, so I got a few boat anchors around here that I want to work on and get back on the air again.
What do you have, the Valiant or Viking or Valiant Viking?
No, I wouldn't mind having a Valiant. I don't have that. I've got a Ranger 1, Ranger 2, and I've got two Viking 2s. I bought two of them, hoping to be able to get one working. But who knows? If I get back into it and start really working on them, I might be able to get them both working.
Yeah. The biggest problems, that you run across the older rigs like we have is your, band switch, things like that. They get bad. And the Johnson, like a heat kit, some of the other ones, try to find one if you ever needed one, But they're good transmitters too, the Johnsons were. Very well respected. And, the Drakes, like I have, Collins, I don't know if you're familiar with the old Collins R390 receiver. I had one of those back when I was probably 13 or so. And just about as big as the heat kit is. Stupid me, what do? I tear it apart. That thing goes for like $1,200 nowadays.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's still one of the best receivers ever. Those were great receivers. That and the, was it an R75? Was it an R75A? Those old Collins receivers were fantastic. I don't own one, never have owned one. I knew somebody who owned a 75. I never knew anybody with an R390. But, yeah, those were military grade receivers. And I think they used them even long after they stopped using other tube gear.
Oh yeah, probably so. They weren't the prettiest thing, Of course, nowadays, a lot of guys are used to looking at solid state rigs. They have a frequency counter instead of an analog VFO, like I have here, and like the Johnson had. But still a good rig, They may call them a boat anchor, but they work good. I mean, considering the age, I think like this DX100 now, I don't know how old this one is, but I think it first was introduced in 1956.
Yeah. Have you done much with it? I mean, have you recapped it, or had to do much of replacement of parts in it, or is it still fairly original?
It's pretty much original. Yeah, I replaced one cap and worked in the audio circuit. I had a nasty hum in it, which I didn't like, and well, I just won't tolerate it. Nor anybody else listening to it, But aside from that, not do anything else. I'm going to do is mount a 6.3 volt filament transformer in there, a small one, and I'm going to keep the VFO, which is a tube, which is a 6AU6. I'm going to keep the filament live, 24/7. That'll slow down the drifting, during warm up.
Yeah, it's obviously the biggest issue with really any analog VFO is the drift, but probably more so in those because of the, like you said, the tube has to heat up, and that takes a while. Not only does the tube have to heat up that entire enclosure, and the coils, those change dimensions with heat. So yeah, if you can keep that VFO enclosure warm all the time, that'll definitely keep it more stable.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. It's at least we'll keep the tube, warm. And yeah, the tube is mounted on top of the VFO outside. It may heat the cabinet up a little bit. I mean, the VFO cabinet, it's all enclosed. So I think that will help. But because the DX100 is a high impedance input, and my Heil microphone is low impedance, I also had to put an impedance transformer there, low to high, and then the Heil equalizers on the outside. I designed my own 6-band equalizer, and I've never done anything with it. I was looking for a really nice cabinet, and every time I looked at it, I'm not going to pay that, that kind of price. So one of these days, I'll just pick up a generic, nice looking, halfway decent looking cabinet, the gray ones, that the color comes off of. It's have to be about 6 inches wide. But I got 2 ICs in it. I'm using 741s. One is the driver, one is pickup on the after for the cut and boost for the 6 different bands. And really, I didn't, for a microphone and for audio purposes on amateur radio or even 11 meters, I went overkill. I didn't really have to have six different bands, but and I just had the boards made up for me. But that's later on down the line. Actually, I think I had those boards actually made for me in 2017. I think is how long I've had those things sitting around and just haven't done anything with them.
Yeah, well, I don't know. What you do now sounds pretty good. So, you said it was a Heil equalizer, so it's doing the trick. So you operate that on ham bands too. I know there's some AMRs on 80, and I think there's some on 40 as well.
Yeah, the higher end of 40 there is. No, I don't do the AM on the amateur bands, sideband. But yeah, you can catch Bob Heil every morning. He has a net. It's on the lower end of 80 meters, and he loves AM for some reason, And I mean, Bob Heil is very well known. I know him personally, very well. And his microphones are great. They sound good. This one here has HC4 and HC5 cartridge. This is a Dirac-2 cartridge. Okay, now this is the DX cartridge. You can hear it got a little bit more increase, about a 10 dB increase, and also pushes it up to closer to 2,500 I leave it on this regular rag shoe cartridge.
Yeah, probably on sideband it would be okay. But yeah, it definitely gets a bit tinny for AM, and I'm sure that's why he likes AM too. Wider bandwidth, definitely better audio quality. I mean, you can get some decent quality on sideband too, but nothing like AM. So I'm sure that's why he's into the AM stuff. But yeah, I knew he was into 80 meters, and I knew he was on some nets down the vintage gear, but I didn't know he was on every morning. That's cool.
Yeah, he just recently picked up a couple of the Heathkit twins, which I didn't know Heathkit made, an HR20 and an HX20, and a separate power supply. Mobile base, if you would. Can you imagine, back in those days, having three pieces, a separate transmitter, receiver, and then, a mobile switching power supply, in your car. But I don't imagine too many people did it, but he's really been working on it. He also has a Harvey Wells, which is a very rare transmitter, a T90. I think he has a couple of those. He's got all kinds of equipment. ICO, a 720 transmitter, 730 plate modulator, VFO, all kinds of equipment. And I believe he's got an R390. And very nice guy. I mean, guy is down to earth, I've talked to him on the phone many times, and helped him out with his two Heathkit twins there. And guy is just genuinely just a very, very nice guy, and very good. He's also very good friends with Joe Walsh. Now they're on the upper end. Let's see, that would be what 3.7. I think it's 3.7 somewhere up there. I forgot that him and Joe Walsh. They talk a lot also on AM. And I've never talked to Joe Walsh. I've been wanting to, but he's kind of a character. you have to listen to him. You talk, and you'd understand.
Yeah, I've seen those guys on YouTube videos and stuff. They used to do Ham Nation. Gosh, I don't think he does it anymore. But in any case, yeah, I've seen those guys together on video. Never heard them on the air, either one of them. But and definitely know what you mean about the character. But yeah, you mentioned an ICO transmitter. I could kind of kick myself. I had the opportunity to buy one of those back in the 80s. The transmitter and the modulator together for $100, and passed it up. Shouldn't have done that. And then I got rid of some equipment I shouldn't have either. I mean, I used to have a Heathkit amp. Was it the SB200? I think it is. Had one of those. Sold that off, but I kept a lot of my equipment, a lot of it. But just certain things I took a pass on that I shouldn't have, because now it's probably worth even more. It's even harder to get. Let's put it that way. And if you get them, they're more. Stuff I shouldn't have sold.
Well, I know the feeling. I've had two, if not three, of the ICO sets. The 720 to 730 modulator, and I was always using a Heathkit VF1 VFO with it, and I was using it on. One of the best modulators ever made. The speech clipper works beautiful. They have that electron ray tube, and it was very accurate. You could set the modulation, 100%. Once you set the clipping, the limit to 100%, then you can bring the clipping up to, 10 dB up, and it can make quite a difference. Because, average talk power is what gave it away.
Oh man. Yeah, that was probably around the time you were getting out of everything. And I don't want this stuff anymore.
It gave it away.
Yeah, I know. I gave away a bunch of old tube CB radios. I was to my brother-in-law though. But you know, most of them I probably wouldn't want back. But there was a couple of them I gave them that I wouldn't mind having back. But I still have a few. I've got a Johnson 223 and an old Regency. I don't know what the model is, but it's a double sideband radio, not a single sideband, but a double sideband radio. And that one I wanted to keep because I don't think there's many of those out there.
No, that was the Regency range game. Double sideband, reduced carrier. It had about a 1 watt dead key, but would modulate to legal power output, if you would. And yeah, it was a very good transmitter with a lot of talk power. And then the FCC outlawed it because of the amount of talk power that it had. That's why it disappeared. And I don't remember if it was Olson Electronics. I'm thinking, yeah, it was. I think about Olson Electronics had the same exact radio, just that they put their name on it. You know, so obviously it was actually made by, you know, Regency. But yeah, they were the Regency range game was a popular radio. There was also one that was also sideband as well. An Imperial, I think is what they called it. Also with the reduced carrier, and then that was removed from the market too. The FCC, and you know, the bottom line was the FCC said it's got too much peak envelope power.
Yep, that's the one I got. That's it, Imperial. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Packed up down in the basement there, but yeah, it's the Imperial. It's a double sideband. I only hit it on the air once, I think, to try it out, and then I just never did anything with it. But that's one of the ones I kept because I figured it was kind of a rare beast. Because I had never seen anything like it before, and so I bought it as that rarity. And I don't think I paid a lot for it. I don't remember. I bought it at a Hamfest, you know, back in the '80s. So I don't even remember what the hell I paid for the darn thing. You know, probably 25 or 50 bucks, something like that. And at that time, it was pretty rare for me to spend much more than 50 bucks on a CB radio like that, you know, or an old tube gear. But yeah, I'm looking on eBay. An Echo Model 720 is going for $425, and that's not what the module is. That's just strange.
Yeah, take a look for the 730 plate modulator. You'll be shocked at what they get for it.
Yeah, I gotta check that next year.
Yeah, there was one on there that some guy was trying to sell for, I think it was $229 or $225. It was a piece of crap. I mean, parts are missing out of it, you know. And it looked horrible, you know, how they had the gold anodized chassis. And, you know, the cover for the modulator was an option, you know, but there's no way, you know, he's going to get that kind of money for it. I mean, okay, so you buy it, and you find out either that, you know, the plate transformer is no good, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, I got transformers here. I can always match up, but if the modulation transformer is gone, you know, then you got a problem.
Yeah, I suppose in theory you can rewind it, but yeah, I don't know that I'd want to tackle something like that. I did tackle rewinding a choke once, high voltage power supply. Excuse me, there's a Helicrafter's linear, which I still got, actually. Tubes are messed up on it. Some really rare tubes are expensive, but it wasn't too horribly bad, but it took a while.
Yeah, well, stay at it, you'll get it, you know. It's it's worth the time, you know, and worth your patience. And the Hammerland HQ 180 was also a very nice receiver. I've never had a 160, you know, or the 120s, but that was a very nice receiver also. But well, it's good that there's others out here still know the reference to what a boat anchor is, wherever that came from. You know, I don't consider them a boat anchor. They're worth more than that. You know, they certainly will take a lot of abuse. You know, but well, it's good talking to you. I have to cut this short here. I run upstairs, so but I'm not 17 here all the time. So yeah, give a call, and I don't recommend revealing your call sign over the air. You know, somehow we can get together, you know, landline or something maybe. But I don't ever mention, you know, my ham call at all. Not a good idea. At least I don't think it is. I mean, it's not illegal, you know, but it's just the idea of it.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. You just go by 56, you got a handle or anything?
You know, that or you can just call him Mike. Of course, it's a little hard to get on the radio and say Mike because there's more than one of us out here. But yeah, 56, you know. But, you know, I'm the old school and we used to use our personal names, you know. And I had to run under, you know, my dad had to, you know, apply for the CB license, you know, back in the early 60s. You know, and I had to run under his because you had to be, you know, 18. And, you know, I started actually, I think 12, when I was 12 years old. KHA 0296, I still remember it. I remember the old 18Q calls as well, from 11 meters. All right, well, you have a good evening. It's been certainly good talking to you.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, that's all I go by too. I just go by Rich. When I'm shooting skip, I go by 69, but otherwise everybody just calls me Rich. So yeah, you have a good evening. Really nice talking with you, and hope to do so again soon. I'm probably going to get out of here as well. Go up and watch a bit of TV. So catch you later. 73's Rich. Well, stand by for a minute, I guess. And then we'll be 10-7.
Roger, Roger.
Who is that? Hey, Rich.
Yeah.
Could you hear that other guy out there?
Yeah, I did. I have no idea who it was, but I heard him.
Man, copy that. I think that's that George guy. Yeah, he definitely likes to use that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I said you like to use the F-bomb a lot, that's all. I guess. This is Rich. Who's this?
Rich, yeah, Rich fucking, trucker mechanic, Rich. No way.
No, I'm not a forklift mechanic, no. Different Rich, I guess.
I'm fucking shoddy.
What?
Shoddy. You know what I'm like, dude? Shoddy.
Soggy?
Yeah, shoddy. You know, otherwise if I talk to skip, I'm a worldwide retard.
Worldwide retard. Okay. Where are you at?
Right downtown Lake Michigan. Well, not anymore, but in Hollister.
Downtown Lake Michigan? Okay.
Where's that at?
Again, I'm not sure what's going on out here.
Where you swim with the fishes or something?
More like drink like the fishes. More like drink like the fish.
Hey, Luca Bronzi, you got a copy? Yeah, text for Michael Corleone on his end, brother. Nah, this ain't nobody. This is on 169 out here in the sticks out here in Kansasville, man. Heard you guys keyed up. Hey, 10-4 Luca Bronzi. Yeah, we swimming with our fishes.